Y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. What's the business, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another episode of Yassss the Mess. And today we're going to talk about Nene Leakes and Michelle Alien Brown, okay? Now, as you guys already know, if you follow Michelle Brown, if you follow Nene, you already know that last week sometime, Nene Leakes went and did an interview with Michelle Brown, who is better known as Straight from the A, also known as the Alien, okay? As you guys already know, these two have a pretty, decent relationship, I guess. Allegedly, any information that comes to her, most of the time, allegedly, it comes from Nene. I don't know, but that's what the word is. So, don't quote me. I'm just telling you what people be saying. Now, I do know that once before I did some commentary on her interview with Peter and Apollo, and she did comment on my interview. So I wouldn't say that she knows who I am, but she's heard of me, she's seen of me, she commented on my shit before, you know what I'm saying? So if she is watching, I'm just saying what to say in the street. I made sure to put allegedly in there to cover myself, because I don't need no problems. So, I looked at the interview maybe 3 times already. I looked at the interview. Nene looks good. You know, I could say a lot of shit about her, but she actually looks good. And they talked about quite a few things, and I took notes when I looked at the interview, and there were things that I wanted to discuss, and I wanted to put my own thoughts on, okay? Now, first things first, Nene got a new lounge called the Lanithia Lounge, and from the looks of it, it looks like it's pretty, it looks like it's a good place to go when you go to Atlanta, okay? Me personally, I don't like going to a club. I like to go to the lounge. I like to go to the bar. I don't like going to no club. You know what I mean? I like to sit, eat, have a couple of drinks, and jam, and listen to some good-ass 90s music, and just, have a good time. So, she was just talking about how good her lounge has been doing since it opened and all of that stuff. So, that's kudos to her. I don't like her, but kudos to her for being able to open up a lounge that's doing well. I think Alien asked her, has she gotten any support from the ladies, her former castmates that was on the show with her? She basically said no. Nobody has showed up. Nobody came. The only person that showed just a little support is Marlo. Like, Marlo has, retweeted, reposted stuff about the lounge, so that is her way of supporting. But she said she don't need them to come in and get a drink. You know what I mean? She wouldn't even let them come and buy a drink. She'll send them a drink. She wouldn't even let them, buy no damn drink out of her bar. She'll just send them one. You know what I'm saying? So that's what she stands on there. But she don't feel like she need their support. She has plenty of people coming into the lounge every day, packing it out, having a great time. So I mean, yeah. That's how I be feeling sometimes. Like, at the end of the day, like, if I'm doing something good and the people that I used to work with doesn't support it, then that's cool. I don't need their support. I can just continue to thrive on my own like I've been doing. Like, I don't need nobody to support me for the things that I'm doing, especially people that I no longer have to deal with. You know what I mean? So, I got that part. So, I was with her on that 100%. But, does she really expect any of them to support her? Her and Kenny don't fuck with each other. She don't fuck with Cynthia. She don't like Eva. She damn sure don't like Kenya. And she already said that Porsha is a bad friend, which I totally agree with. So what does she expect? Then we started talking about Porsha and Simon and how she feels about Porsha and Simon. And she says that she feels the machine is behind this pushing of Porsha and Simon because the network wants the ratings and all of this other stuff. And how it looks, she says that sometimes when you're placed on a show like the Housewives of Atlanta, new people come on the show, and a lot of the times you probably don't really know that person, but to bring them on the show, it would be more realistic to have someone that's already here bring them to the show. There's a possibility that she did know Fallon prior to doing the show, but it's obvious that she's been to her house, they've hung out, so she's had some type of rapport with her, so that's why it looks terrible that she's messing with Simon Gubadia right now when that was Fallon's husband and she was around her. She said at first she thought that was Miss Diane's man and not Porsha's. I thought that was funny. But she said on this interview, or was it the Hollywood Unlocked interview? However, she said that shit 2 times before and it was funny. So yeah, I keep it right there. But she said that she believes that the machine is pushing them together like that. And I don't know. Do you really think that the machine knew about Porsha and Simon's relationship already, and that they were pushing them to put it on Front Street? Especially knowing that now we hear that Fallon is not returning to the Housewives of Atlanta. So do you think that that was the reason and that was the goal? Because they already know it's all over the blogs. It's always some shit popping out. People posting shit every other day. So there's a possibility that, you know, it may be some more shit going on, and that they know that that would bring some, you know, some viewers to them, because last season was not that great, and neither was the ratings. But they know that everybody's talking, and they want to see what's going to happen with this particular storyline. So, she may have a point. Now, when it came down to her saying would she ever return to the Housewives of Atlanta, this is where she loses me at. Now, she was okay the first few minutes of the interview, you know what I mean? Because I was sitting there watching it, waiting to drag her ass. But she was okay. But then when she got to talking about the Housewives of Atlanta, that is where she lost me, and that's where she always loses me, when she talks about a show that she's no longer on. Now, what I cannot stand about this interview, and what I can't stand about the fans, is that they put her so much on a high regard, and they act as if like the show can't breathe without her, as if it didn't breathe without her before. We act like seasons 8 and 9 never existed. The show was just fine without her years ago. The ratings were just fine without her years ago. When she came back on season 10, the ratings were declining. Again, because I said that statement before, again, I'm not saying that the ratings were dropping because she came on, but the ratings were declining when she came back. And they consistently declined from season 10 to season 13. They were declining season after season that she was on. So, I mean, that confuses me when they say, Nene is the ratings, Nene is the ratings, but the ratings were dropping when she was there. So people like to give her this high regard and all of this other stuff, and she's the queen and she's this, and the other women are intimidated by her, all this other stuff. It ain't that. The show just not good, and it don't matter who's on there, because people talked about season 10, season 11, and said how horrible it was, and guess what? Nene was there. So, I mean, it's just like with season 13. They say Porsha's carrying the show, but the season is boring. And what is she doing to carry any goddamn thing? Like, people give this high regard to people, and I don't get why they do. It's ridiculous to me. I'm just saying. She says that she don't know what she would do. She don't know if she'll return to the Housewives of Atlanta or not. She can never say never. There will have to be some conversations that will have to be had for her to come back on the show. But as of right now, they're doing their thing. Let her do hers. In my opinion, she wants to come back to the goddamn show, and that's just what it is. When asked about the demise of the show, Michelle pretty much says that she feels that the demise of the show is Nene Leakes leaving the show. I don't agree with that. I just don't. I don't agree with that, period. They just need to pick another set of dynamic women. Like, I know a lot of the times we watch shows and we act like it'll never be, no, it's not going to be the same without Nene, because Nene brought something else. But I think that it's time to introduce another generation of housewives at this point. Like, Nene has been on the show for years. Candy and Cynthia has been on the show for years. Like, just let it go. The three of them can just stay gone for the time being and let another set of women carry the show afloat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know exactly what they want from this show. They think that just having Nene back is going to make the show better, and it's not. Because it's an ensemble cast. It's not one person. It's an ensemble cast. So y'all thinking that Nene is the only ingredient that we need is BS. We need way more than that. Than just Nene. You need Nene and a couple of other things too. Then they talk about the alliance being Candy, Cynthia, and Kenya, and she pretty much calls them house niggas, to be honest. She say they work from the house, they do this, they do that behind people's backs, and all of this other stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that it ain't true, but I don't know, like, when it comes down to this show, it's like with Nene, she says that Cynthia should have been gone a long time ago. And it's crazy to me because she sits up and she does these interviews about people when she stopped being friends with them, and then she wants to take food out of their mouth. And that's the thing that I don't like about Nene. And then she goes and she gets mad with Cynthia when she does interviews calling her a toxic friend. But you mad because she called you a toxic friend, but you're displaying what a toxic friend is. Because no matter what it is, I don't care if we're not friends anymore. I'm not going to sit up here in an interview and say, you need to lose your job. Now, yes, we all say that Cynthia needs to go. We all think that Cynthia is boring. But by you saying that, that lets me know how you've been feeling about Cynthia even when you was friends with the bitch. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's really all I'm saying about the situation. Like, you've been thinking she needs to lose her job even when you was friends with her. So that make you look fake as fuck. To me. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but to me she looked fake as hell by acting that way and doing shit like that. It's whack. And we talking about alliance and shit like that. But, I mean, and then people want to say, well, y'all want to act like Cynthia is so sweet, but she was right there with the women. She was right there trying to ice her out. The alliance was trying to ice Nene out the show. Porsha was also icing her out too, but y'all failed to remember that. Y'all only remember what y'all claimed the alliance did. But Porsha was right there icing her the fuck out, and she turned around and changed her mind. So y'all can just miss me with all that bullshit talking about it was just the alliance trying to ice her the fuck out. No, everybody was. She ostracized herself from everybody. Nobody was fucking with her. Tanya was, like at their reunion, Tanya was Eva was, nobody was fucking with her. Nobody, including Porsha. Remember, they got into it on social media, and Porsha didn't want to film with her. But y'all only talking about what Cynthia, Candy, and Kenya supposedly did. But Porsha was right along with them on it. But I'm asleep though. But what I took from this interview with her and AT Alien is that she wants to be on the show. She's mad because she's not there, but other people that she feel don't deserve to be there are there. And she just can't stay away from it. That's just how I feel. Now, her lounge is thriving. That's great. Get a show about your lounge. Do that. You know, I don't know, but she said that she was blacklisted after she left the show and all types of stuff. Now, if she was blacklisted, I really feel bad for her on it. I think that that's messed up, but you know, to each his own. I don't know. Like, anytime Nene talks about the Housewives of Atlanta, she always is sounding bitter because she's not there. Like, if a show ain't doing shit without you, ain't no need for you to be talking about it. Especially if you claim that you don't watch it. But that's just my opinion on what I saw on her interview with the AT Alien. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Be sure to follow me on any form of social media. My Twitter and my IG will be at the bottom. With that being said, I'm out. I'll see you for my next video. Peace out.